Yes, hi, it's Mom here. Just want to make sure everybody's feeling okay, and you can call me tonight. Okay? Alright, it's Mom here. Alright, bye. Message is left through Sorensen, interpreter 10024. Thank you.
The following episode is rated D for dumb with cowbell. We need more cowbell, and I got it.
9 o'clock, I'm bored to death. Smoke so much I can smell my own breath. My baby left me, my best friend's not at home. Can't get that woman off my mind. I've never been the broody kind, but there's still one thing makes me come alive. Yeah, I'm gone for a drive.
The following podcast is rated D for dumb. You're listening to Dumbing It Down with Dave, the fastest podcast on earth. Listen to Dave commute to and from work on the New York State Thruway in his 2008 Kia Rio LX. He talks about pragmatism, truth, happiness, and the search for it all. Join Dave as he asks and tells you how life ought to be. And now, here's Dave.
Well, hello on a beautiful Saturday morning. Sunshine with white clouds, and I'm ready to dumb it down. How about you? Yeah. Happy to be going home on a Saturday. Did I say afternoon? Oh, it is afternoon, because it's 11 minutes after noon o'clock. Yeah, I'm coining a new phrase. It's noon o'clock. How do you like that cowbell, huh? Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do this every week. It's a little, I got to get something to hold this phone. I'm holding the phone in my hand. I'm driving with the back of my hand. And, yeah, I'm going for I just choked on my own saliva. Drive. Yeah, there you go. Found that cowbell. Cowbell up in my attic. Was it in my attic? It was either in my attic or the back of my garage with all my other drum stuff. So there you go. Finally, it only took how many months to get more cowbell? All right. Anyway, hello everybody. It's Saturday. I think it feels like May 16th. And yeah, it is 11 minutes or 12 minutes after 12. I'm on the New York State Thruway, headed home, southbound the New York State Thruway. And I'm excited to be done 5 days in a row and of work, of truck driving, and I'm glad it's over. Lest anybody think I'm complaining. I am not complaining. There's a big story in Major League Baseball about this baseball player who's young and dumb. I guess he's a Cy Young Award winner or something, and he made some sort of YouTube video. Big mistake, big mistake. And he's like, "Hey man, you want me to play? You gotta pay. I ain't playing for half price," because he's only gonna play half a season. So all last night, in lieu of real sports, because nobody's doing anything. Although NASCAR is starting tomorrow. If you're listening to this on a Saturday, the 16th, I think, of May, tomorrow they'll be at Darlington. There'll be 700 and some odd people at the track. No audience, no fans, just essential crew. And they'll be racing at Darlington to start the year. Apparently they're going to do like 7 races in 10 days. I don't know what they're doing. It sounds like craziness to me. Anyway, so that's it. They're going to be the very first sport to kick it off. Yes, I'm calling it a sport. Although wrestling, the entertainment wrestling continued on. And I guess UFC came back the other day. I didn't watch it. I don't watch UFC. But so is that a sport? Whatever. So it doesn't matter. But NASCAR is going to be on television on Sunday, I guess the 17th of May. And that's it. People want to come back. They want to come back. And I love to talk about it with you because it's a classic battle. Remember a couple episodes ago, we talked about the classic battle. Two opposite sides of an issue. And I would like to talk about the classic battle between going back to work and then respecting the lockdown. But I don't want to do that today. We'll do that another day. That issue will be around forever because I want to get catch up with these listeners' comments. And that was a voicemail at the top of the show. Did you hear that? That was supposedly my mom.
Yes, hi. It's Mom here.
No, it's not.
Just want to make sure everybody's feeling okay.
Yeah, we're doing great,
and
Mom.
you can call me tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably didn't. It's a pain in the butt to call you.
All right. It's Mom here.
Yeah, you said that already. What else you want to say?
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Messages left through Sora's.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so that's a typical voicemail my mom would leave if I wasn't home. We're like, hi, bye. It's like, I guess, in her other life, she's the cricket lady, hi, bye. Anyway, so that is a deleted message. Apparently, my phone, when you delete a voicemail, you don't delete it. It goes into deleted messages. So this is the oldest deleted message I could find from my mom and dad from 2018. I don't know how pre-stroke this was. Can you hear the stroke in her? That it's coming on? I don't know if you can hear it. But so anyway, I'm going to play maybe one of these every episode, a new voicemail from my deaf mom and dad, so you guys get a sense of what they sound like. That one wasn't too bad. But if I could record the entire conversation, I think you would all pull your hair out. You'd all start a podcast yourself. You'd all get in your car and start a podcast because you need to, relieve yourself of the anxiety. All right, let's get to it. No more talking. Thank you, Alex Exum, at the top of the show for the intro. ALEXEXUM, AlexExum.com. Live talk every Tuesday, 10 o'clock Eastern. And also, how can we forget Hal in Philly, Hal Aaron, a.k.a. Hal Cohen, a.k.a. the Halpocalypse, a.k.a. the Tales of the Road Warriors. Not the Tales of the Road Warriors podcast, and it's easy when you know how. So anyway, that was him without the cowbell. I added the cowbell. That gives me like a credit now. I changed the song a little bit. So now the song is mine. I don't owe him any allegiance anymore. I don't have to plug him. It's my cowbell. No, anyway, but thank you to Hal. Going for a Drive, great song, and I think it's better with the added cowbell. Eventually, I'm just going to re-record the whole thing. In fact, if I recall, because my memory is horrible, I think Hal and I actually discussed that seriously, that I might just re-record the whole thing. I think we talked about that. I think he was okay with that. And he actually gave me a whole bunch of other songs that he's done. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but Hal's pretty damn good. He's pretty damn good. He just, the kid needs a break. The kid, 60-some-odd years old. The kid needs a break. All right, let's go. I'm gonna sell the song to Bon Jovi. That would be my claim to fame. Can you imagine that? After all these years of off Broadway and commercials, stand-up comedy, podcast, YouTube channel, this guy leaves me. In fact, I actually asked him. He leaves me his song collection in his will, and I get lucky and I sell it to John Bon Jovi for like millions of dollars. And this is the song that, this will be the one-hit wonder. You know what? Maybe I'll sell this to the Bay City Rollers. Anyway, let's bad pop culture references from the late 70s, early 80s for 500, Alex. All right, let's get right to it. I want to do it. Oh, boy. Oh, now I'm nervous. What just happened? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause this because I'm getting nervous. I thought this was all set up. Okay, it is all set up. I got nervous there. All right, so, what is this? Episode 219, my mom died. So what? This time, it's personal. Okay? Because I did the first, my mom died, it's pragmatic, right? This is going to be, this time it's personal. And what does the description say? It says, in this episode, Dave follows up on the previous episode and discusses his mom's death, but unlike the first one, he now speaks about it personally instead of pragmatically. He reveals for the first time in this show how he lost his innocence during his teen years, how damaging it was, and how further damaging it was to keep it a secret. Excellent description. Excellent description. Now, what is the quote? What is the fortune cookie quote? Somewhere in here. It says here, I don't care if you keep it a secret or not. The secret's out. Wow. Excellent. That should be an audiogram. All of these should be audiograms. She does a great job, my assistant. Fantastic. All right, so let's go to the comments for episode 219. And how many were there altogether? Let's just say there were 10. Okay. Not exactly a lot, but good enough. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you commenting. You know I love when you comment. All right, of course, Patrick Mason starts. Not of course, but sometimes he starts. It's 3:42 p.m. on Sunday, and it's time to get my dumb on. There you go. Then he makes a joke, of course, of somebody we know. J. Rowe smokes so much he can smell his own breath. It's not. Patrick doesn't always comment on the show itself. He comments on whatever he feels like. He's hearing something totally different. No, it's all fun. Patrick Mason writes, "You couldn't be more right about planning ahead. The most important thing here is when you are in mourning." Is that MOU? I think it's MOU, Patrick. When you are in mourning, the funeral director will upsell you because you're weak and not thinking clearly, and you will spend unnecessary monies. That is true. So, pre-need. They call it pre-need. Call your funeral home and pre-need and get it all taken care of now. And when he says, "Oh, don't you want the..." No. But, no. But it has dual steering. No. All right. Patrick Mason writes, "Dave, you and I have another thing in common. I'll elaborate later when we see each other." And we have seen each other, but we didn't have time to elaborate because he needed to go home and I needed to go to work. Patrick Mason writes, "Man, I need therapy after the show. Intense is putting it mildly." That's great. Linda Irwin wrote, "If Dita was wearing high heels, it is very hard to walk on lumpy grass ground." Now, she wasn't wearing high heels. I don't think she does. And definitely not to this funeral. No, not at all. I think it has to do with that injury she had. I'm not really sure. Or I also think she just didn't want to talk to me. So I wrote she was not wearing heels. And then, Crooked River Media. Look at this. Crooked River Media left a comment. "What I've learned in the last couple of weeks of my own podcast experience is that it's more than just me when it comes to childhood issues growing up. I had enough issues with being bullied. Others, I've heard this week, had family issues. It's a wonder we all survived. Great show, Dave. Thanks for making it real for many of us." Wow, I like that. That's a very serious comment there from Crooked River. That would be Pat Morrow. Did I mention Pat Morrow from one of the PMs or 3 PMs involved with the show? Patrick Maruki, Patrick Mason, and Pat Morrow from Crooked River Media. And then my comment at the last comment. Is it the last? No. Somebody else comment. Let's not even read my comment. It doesn't matter. Actually, that's right, because it's kind of funny what she wrote. Whew! That was quite an episode, but thank you for all your support. Yeah, that's funny. Apparently, it affected even my assistant. But that's okay. It should affect everybody. Jared Ho-Ho-Stein. Or Ho-Ho-Stein. I think it's Ho-Ho-Stein. Not Jewish. Not that I know of. Says, "Excellent show, Dave." He has the Ho-Ho show. He does it a lot on Saturdays. He does it live. By the way, one of the best looking, best sounding live interactive shows that you'll see and hear on the YouTube, on the Twitch, all over. Okay. Ho-Ho says, "Excellent." Also a truck driver. Very smart guy. "Excellent show, Dave. A lot like what Crooked said." I like the fact that he just calls him Crooked. He's already on first name basis with Crooked. But that's funny. A lot like what Crooked said makes you think. Thank you for the reflection and most of letting us into your life. Again, great episode. Thank you, Jared. I really appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much. All right. So that's the 10 comments for that show. I would have thought that would have been like 15, 20, 30 comments. Like everybody was like, whoa. But whatever. It's fine. It's all good. Okay. Let's go to Dead Mom Trilogy, Part 3. Dead Mom Trilogy, Part 3. What is this, episode? Oh, man. How come there's no description? Am I in a dead zone? Oh, I'm going to be bummed out if I'm in a dead zone. I hope this thing is recording. Okay, let me see what happened. Why am I in a dead zone? All right, we're out of the dead zone. For some reason, the description wasn't coming up. All right, Dead Mom Trilogy, Part 3. In this episode, Dave tries to wrap up the Dead Mom Trilogy. He shares 2 important stories from that time and discusses people's reactions to tragedies compared to good news. It's always about human behavior, isn't it? All right, and then what is the fortune cookie quote that she has? I'm calling it the fortune cookie quote. I just find it interesting that bad news will motivate people to speak up. That is the true thing. The show always comes back to human behavior. Bad news gets people to speak up. Yep, that's true. That's absolutely true. Okay. So let's see. How many comments did we have on this episode? 7. Only 7. Very low. All right. And I started off everything by saying thank you for listening and commenting here in the Spreaker chat. Otherwise, I'd love it if you could comment via Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Thank you. Okay. There you go. Linda Irwin wrote, your fifth cousin twice removed, Abraham Finkelstein, because I was talking about people who are dying in my family or sick, and maybe if that provokes people to tell other people about my show, since one person felt it was necessary to tell somebody else about my show only because somebody died, as opposed to, hey, you should have just... Maybe he did. Maybe like he did. It's like, hey, man, Dave's got a podcast. And the other guy went, I don't care. So what? Everybody has a podcast. But this time he said, hey, Dave's mom died. Oh, well, now I got to listen. So shame on the other guy then. He didn't want to listen until my mom died? You're my friends, right? Okay, whatever. Let's not go down. By the way, how good have I been not going down that Friends route? Right? Remember I used to go down that Friends road every other episode. Linda Irwin wrote, my thoughts to Uncle Joe. Linda Irwin wrote, maybe someone took a break from sewing masks to sewing up the ozone layer. Oh, yeah, because of the clean air, because of the lack of commuting, one of the ozone layer holes patched up, like a bicycle patch. I guess. I don't know. Hal Aaron wrote, I can hardly wait for the Aunt Edna story. Any nieces or nephews in prison? There you go. All right. And a late addition to this episode, Bobby Massey hasn't commented on the show in I don't know how long, wrote, my condolences to you and your family, Dave. I hope you guys are doing okay. Yeah, Bobby, we're doing just fine. And thanks for commenting on the show. Okay. I could say something like, my mom was dead for a whole month, but thanks for catching up. It doesn't matter, whatever. He found out when he found out, and now he's commenting. I'm happy that he took the time to comment and send his condolences. That is good enough. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. I'm sure as time goes on, because I didn't post anything on Facebook. I'm not looking for 500 fakers, 500 depleters, 500 whatever. Oh, my condolences. And then, prayer hands and sad faces and all that. Color forms, bitmojis and, and sayings, God says, shut up. My mom died. I'm very uninterested in what you have to say. All right. Wrapping up Mom. Wait, what's this episode called? Wrapping Up Mom, Epilogue, Part 1. I thought if I did Epilogue, I'd be done. Turns out, not so much. Okay. In this episode, Dave starts to wrap up his trilogy. You see, the whole wrapping up thing, it was like I was trying to think, like, wrap up. Like wrapping up Mom to go. Whatever. Okay. Dave starts to wrap up his trilogy about his mom with the first part of an epilogue. All right. What is the fortune cookie comment? I love them. I love these fortune cookie comments. But that's what the show is about. Not my ego. It's about putting it out there and having you engage with me. Yeah, look at that. That's great. She always gets it right. Always gets it right. Well, all right, comments. 8 comments. Let's see who's commenting. I started off by saying thank you all for listening. I appreciate your listenership and support. Patrick Mason writes, it's 8:34 p.m. and it's time to get my dumb on. Getting down with the dumb. Patrick Mason wrote, better late than never, because I was apologetic about doing like a Friday night show or Saturday show, whatever. So, he didn't get it till, late. Patrick Mason wrote, video camera. Yeah, I guess I was having a hard time saying what it was I was recording with, video camera. Patrick Mason wrote, if it doesn't travel turning left, it's not a sport. That's in reference to NASCAR. Linda Irwin wrote, your floor, butter, parquet, LOL. All right. I had a parquet floor, but she was doing parquet butter. All right. Hello, Irwin wrote, it's 9 o'clock. I'm bored to death. This is the guy who wrote the song. I'm going for a drive. It's 9 o'clock. I'm bored to death. I'll guess I'll check out Spreaker and see what Dave Canyon is up to. He's probably going for a drive. Yeah, he got it right. All right, there you go. We're almost done. This is great. We're moving on. Moving on up. All right. Here's the next episode. I bought my mom a cactus, which I never explained. But I'm going to do that next episode. I bought my mom, famous first words. I bought my mom a cactus, Epilogue Part 2. I'm having a kick. I can't get this whole thing done. In this episode, Dave tries to catch up with comments from previous episodes, but gets distracted. Stay tuned for a bonus episode in the next one, which I think I did. Maybe I'll share the story about the cactus in it. All right, fortune cookie comment. Let's see what she's got. It's fun. Like, remember, it's just like the fortune cookie. You can't wait to get to the end of your Chinese dinner, and then you crack the cookie, and you get a fortune. Everybody go, oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. So these are the same way. It's like, I can't wait to see the fortune cookie comment. They go, oh, yeah, that was perfect. All right, here's the fortune cookie comment for this episode. Listen, for someone who I already know this is perfect. Listen, for someone who I didn't really care about, for someone who hasn't been in my life for the last 43 years, I certainly devoted a lot of time to this, right? That's pretty dutiful. I think that's dutiful. There you go. That's perfect. That's exactly what she should have written. All right. How many comments? 5. What's going on, guys? I love all the comments. You guys are like, I guess you're done with this, right? You're probably all done with this. I wrote something, and then Linda Irwin wrote, hubby took me to Rite Aid to pick out my own Mother's Day card and gift card, and then to Albertsons to pick out my own flowers. Works for me. That's so romantic. Linda Irwin wrote, Facebook hates me, kick me off. No worries. Hal Aaron wrote, I wrote, thank you again for tagging along this mini-series about my mom. Appreciate it. Mini-series. Hal Aaron wrote, your timing is fine. Meanwhile, I've been listening to all, he wrote dive episodes. He wanted to write 5 episodes about your mom. There may be a song in there somewhere, possibly a whole album, a rock opera. There you go, Hal. I leave that up to you. I'll collaborate with you. Want to do a collab? Let's do a collab. All right, how much time do I have? Oh, plenty of time. Famous second words. All right. This is kind of, okay, I'm all caught up. Voicemails, omissions, and comments. Episode 223. Bonus episode. In this bonus episode, Dave plays a voicemail he's never played before from his deaf dad. Dave also corrects an omission from a story he completed and reads more comments. Fortune cookie comment is... By the way, you can see me, there's all these other things in the show notes. Have you ever seen the show notes? She does a great job, and there's links in there that you can click on. If you don't know my email address, if you don't know my Twitter, or my Instagram, and all the Facebook stuff, and Mile High Radio, milehighhiradio.com, milehighhiradio.com, and Crooked River Radio. They're on Live 365. But there's a link in the show notes if you want to listen to me on internet radio. And also now there's hamiltonradio.net. hamiltonradio.net. All right. What's the fortune cookie comment? I'm okay with everything. I just want you to know. I'm okay with everything. I've moved on. It's over. There you go. Perfect. I love these things. They're so funny. All right. Patrick Mason wrote, time to get down with the dumb. Patrick Mason wrote, now my lunch isn't so boring. 30 minutes of the dumb. Patrick Mason wrote, pink shoemen. Yeah, I was talking about some of the flamboyant men who have voiced my father. My father does not know, I don't even think he knows the word fabulous. And even if you are a flamboyant guy, then you might be a pink shoe man. I mean, you wouldn't tone it down? If you were like, fabulous. Okay. So if you're looking at my father, and you're seeing an 82-year-old version of me, Dave Canyon, you know he doesn't say fabulous. So why would you do that? My sister says I can request that they interpret verbatim. I've never done that, but she says I can do that. Do me a favor, don't put on your own touch. Don't put in your own flair. You know, don't say fabulous. He doesn't know that word. He'll say fine. He'll say okay. That's fine. Fabulous. Whatever. Pink Shoeman. You need to remind the audience, Patrick Mason wrote, this is 3 days ago. You need to remind the audience that NASCAR's back this Sunday. Okay, well, I did it. I just did that. I'll do it again tomorrow. Patrick Mason wrote, today I saw Dave's show. And that is in reference to these guys that I meet at my job, and they see me and they go, dummy get down with Dave. And he just blurted it out. It's like they're starstruck, which I know they're not. Not with me, they're not. But they just, okay, now what? They're doing it down with Dave. They just say it, and they look at me like they want me to go, oh, yeah, you got the right guy. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Just click like and subscribe. I'm going to go catch a butterfly now with my net. All right, anyway. How many people are offended by that comment? All right, Patrick Mason wrote, I learned today that you are the right person to tell a secret to. There you go. You're right. I don't blurt these things out. 43 years I kept that secret. All right, Linda Irwin wrote, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, there are 6 people, I think. That I said 5. Like the guy, well, obviously the guy Joe. He knew. All right, I forgot to mention that. Just to be technical, to get the number right, he knew too. All right, Linda Irwin wrote, you went from primetime sitcoms to soap operas at such a young age. That is correct. But those weren't all sitcoms. I know what she's trying to say. You know, The Waltons, not a sitcom. Courtship of Eddie's Father, not really a sitcom. But I know what she's trying to say. Patrick Maruki wrote, love when you do the voices of the guys at your job. Patrick Maruki, who I think is going to be the subject of the show soon. Not sure when. I'm feeling like possibly. He already knows what I'm talking about. I've had a little dialogue with Patrick, and I'm a little concerned. So maybe that's a little teaser. I don't know. All right. And I wrote, thanks for sending all those comments. And I appreciate it, guys. Really great job. I think that's it. That's the last one. 223. This is episode 224. All right. Wow. I caught up. And we got 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So, yeah. Here's what's coming up. Now that I've caught up on all the comments, thank you guys. Once again, thank you so much to everybody for commenting. We've had shows where there's 20 comments, 15 comments. You know, the last couple of shows, 7 and 8. It's fine. It's fine. It's not the quantity of comment, it's the quality. So thank you guys. Although I do like quantity. And Patrick Mason loves to, this guy smokes so much. He likes that one. He's getting down with the dumb. That's all good. It's good for the algorithm. I also, oh, by the way, people have come commenting me via text, and they've been commenting via Facebook Messenger. So let's try a little bit. I'm going to try to direct more traffic to the Dumbing It Down with Dave Facebook group page. Got to just play around with that algorithm a little bit and get Facebook to acknowledge that I exist. I'm doing other things behind the scenes too, very technical stuff. I don't know how to do it, but I'm working together with my assistant, and I have other people involved. It's a process. All right, 2 minutes left. So thank you, everybody, for your support. Nobody gave me any pushback. Nobody said I was insensitive. You all seem to have an understanding. I love the fact that I engaged and I put it out there. I didn't shy away from this. I shared with you one of the, if not, the biggest thing that's ever happened in my life, good or bad. Bigger than getting married and having a child. This was more life-changing than anything. Probably not. Getting married, that changes everything. So it's all changes in my life, but different. Getting this job that I had 7 years ago, that was life-changing too. So yeah, I've had several life-changing things. We've all had life-changing things. What I like about Dumbing It Down with Dave, and I have a friend of mine that I was talking to the other day. We have a regular Wednesday meeting. He's a podcaster. I'm a podcaster. His name is Christopher, and you might be hearing more of him in the future. But he said, Dave, this is why your podcast is so great. These are his words, not my words. He said, it's because you're personal. You're real. You put it out there. And I was like, yeah, I did. I mean, was there any thought that I wasn't going to do it? I must admit, I guess there was, but ultimately I didn't care, and I'm tired of keeping a secret. I'm just absolutely tired of keeping a secret. So I'm glad I did it, and I do feel better. I've kind of, the only person that doesn't know now that I know is my father and his sister, my aunt. So, all right, I don't want to be late. Got to go out on time. 30-minute show. Thank you, guys. Next episode, 225, is right around the corner. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. I think I'm going to dance to it. Thank you for listening to this episode of Dumbing It Down with Dave. Goodbye, good day, good night, good luck, good riddance. Woo! Congrats, Godspeed, and great skills. Take care. Take care, guys. Bye.